Alright folks, it's Roastum here, and I've got something very different for you today. This is Doom on an acid trip, basically. It's called Starhaven Getting High in the Afterlife. So what is Starhaven exactly? Well, it is a mod, a Doom mod, probably the trippiest mod I've ever played. It also plays basically like a TC, Total Conversion, so all the weapons, enemies, and power-ups basically line up exactly with Vanilla Doom, but don't get it twisted, this is miles away from anything Vanilla Doom. Now, Getting High in the Afterlife is a completely new story-driven single-player map set just released with its own characters, lore, and story beats. Oh, and most importantly, this is all brought to you by Spaceline 88. Spaceline 88 is a very artistic creator indeed. So this mod has a very unique art style, which I quite dig. Now, thematically, Starhaven itself is a spiritual realm between worlds where traumatized souls end up. You, as the player, will fluctuate randomly between physical places and spiritual realms, just like ghosts often do in real life. As with many ghosts in real life who don't know they're dead, the environment becomes a dreamlike place of illogical architecture. The basic premise, however, is that you take on the role of a spiritual light worker, transgressing various light dimensions that are populated by workaholic souls who don't know how to relax. As a light worker, you have to blast wandering thought forms with mental clarity energy that forces them to take a step back and take a nap and reassess the situation. Those were Spaceline 88's words, by the way, not mine. So yes, you heard that right. All the weapons are basically light weapons, and you have to use them to spiritually or magically heal all of the tormented souls in the game. Now, the monster replacements are some of the most varied, bizarre things I've ever seen as well. Just you wait. Now, before we go any further, I do need to give a couple disclaimers. First of all, this mod, or TC, has a lot of drug references, basically. And they're not very subtle either, so if you're not into that kind of thing, feel free to click off. This is going to have a lot of green content, basically. I've had to edit some stuff out, unfortunately, to fall in line with YouTube's content policy. I also have to give a epilepsy warning. It's my second one of the channel. Like I said, it's a trippy mod, and there are tons of flashing lights and psychedelic colors on display, so anyone who has any kind of epilepsy condition needs to probably not watch this. Okay, but yeah, let's get on with it. Okay, so before we get into the actual campaign, I think it's a good idea to show you a couple of the first two maps of Doom 2 Hell on Earth, but everything's been replaced with all the monsters, weapons, textures, things from Starhaven, right? So here we go. This is Starhaven's version of Entryway. Our chainsaw is, I don't even know what that is. Some kind of homemade star contraption. It looks like it fires projectiles, but it is melee. Alright, now the combat is a bit off-putting because what looks like half the NPCs in the game, you can't shoot at them. They're basically just like decorative. So this like dancing girl we've got here isn't an NPC, isn't a monster. So that already like sets us off on a bit of a confusion course. But the zombie men have been replaced by these weird turnip things. Our pistol is, basically one of the light weapons in the game. We'll go in here to show off more of these turnips. There we go. That's our first secret. That's basically a combat armor, one of these energy orbs. Can take this out as well. This is incredibly disorienting. That's basically an imp. Let's call her a star lady, I suppose. Right. I've played through this like 2 or 3 times, and I'm still shooting at these dancing chicks, and it should not be. It's also very easy to die, because you're just not familiar with what their attacks are, with the projectiles they fire at you, the way they move. Everything is just so, yeah, so disorienting. I'm gonna actually get the chainsaw for this. There we go. Head out here. I'll show you the shotgun replacement. Never ask why, by the way. Never ask why. I'm not going to question much. It is what it is. Look at these Christmas decorations. Instead of one of the wall textures, the stone. I think it's one of the rock textures. Look, I like the backdrop, right? I like the mountain backdrop that you've got here. It's really nice art style. I'm a big fan of that. Now, one texture I'm not a big fan of in terms of YouTube's content policy is this one. I am editing that out, so you won't be seeing it. It is, it's rather controversial, and if you want to know what that is, you can play it yourself. I will be linking the WOD in the description. So that's map 1. Cool like intermission screen. Or yeah, or you know, map end screen. Got them playing a light gun game. Now here's Underhalls. This is very hard, by the way. I will be continuousing this. We need our shotgun already, right? Here's the shotgun sergeant replacement. It's Grounder. Oh, it's either Grounder or it's Rocksteady from. It's either Grounder from Sonic or Rocksteady from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, I think this is all right. The you know, basically the plant and grass textures. I think that's all right, according to the research I've done. Hope it is. And there's the super shotgun. It's a sun weapon. What is that? These noises are still throwing me off. Oh. It does feel very cool to fire this. Not very efficient, but still really cool. Oh, the noises. Some of these are just like random snippets of high chatter from partygoers and stuff like that. Again, it is very disorienting's our key word in this video so far, but it is. Okay, take Grounder out. My high is at 77%. That is the health, by the way. I haven't even got into the HUD. So the stars are our ammo, the high is our health, of course. Magic would be our weapons, our light weapons. Thank you. A planet is what Doomguy used to be. Orgon is our armor. I don't know why, but that's it. And yeah, you can make heads or tails of what the different ammo is supposed to be. Okay, I might die here, as I have before. Now, that is the demon, the pinky replacement. Horrifying, mutated set of legs. Alright. I'm basically going to play until I die. Okay, our secret, of course. I don't know what the mega armor was. I don't know if it was some grass or something. Okay. But there you go. I'm probably not even going to finish map 2, but this just kind of gets you introduced to what replaces the early game monsters and kind of the early game weapons up until the SSG. Alright, so over to the main campaign. Yes. Oh god, let's get out of here. Okay, so now I've loaded up the WAD with the Freedom Phase 2 iWAD, and that is necessary to basically play Getting High in the Afterlife, the new story episode. But that's not all. If we go into new games, there's a lot of content here. You also get a 32 map MegaWAD replacement for Doom 2. There's Afterlife, which we mentioned, and then there's a bunch of like cool standalone maps which I've had a wee look at as well, which are a bit more experimental. Like this one's called Test Map, for example. So it's kind of some cut extra bonus content there. So you get a lot of content from this WAD. So we're going to play Afterlife now. Here are the difficulties. You've got Starlight Baby replacing I'm Too Young to Die. Instead of Hey Not Too Rough, there's Feeling Silly. Energy Masters Hurt Me Plenty. Well Drug Trips UV. Nightmare is Wouldn't Recommend It. I actually wouldn't recommend playing even on Wild Drug Trip. I'm actually going to play this on Energy Master. Alright, so let's go. This is the intro sequence. Here we are in Starhaven. And yeah, it's a bit dystopic, isn't it? Just a little bit bleak. And it's about to get a lot worse as well. This is what I first saw when I first learned about the WAD on Doom WADs. Again, what a great channel, I mention it a lot. Only one thing to do now, ingest some of that weird bottle mist, I don't know, some kind of drug, and it's put him to sleep. And there's the nuke. Alright. Oh dear.
Hey, fuck you, man. What are you doing?
This is Traviel Pine Dancer, that's the name of our main protagonist. The physical part of the reality's done. I didn't feel my body vaporize. I drew a door in the attic, but I need one portal star. So that's the thing we need to get in this map. It's called Purgatory Party Entrance. Before we get going, I need to also mention Spaceline 88, the author of this WAD, has wanted to draw attention to the fact that their main focus is on storytelling, character design and setting, rather than combat and like level design. So imagine not to expect any mind-blowingly like intricate maps or really challenging skill saw-esque fights, but to be honest, I do find the fights very challenging, just for the fact that I don't know what the hell is going on. But we do know that that is a Star Lady, the replacement for an imp. We are armed with our blaster, our number 2. And Kaban, yeah, let's open that door. There's the turnips again, our zombie man replacements. This is the imp replacements. I've just been shot. Now, we may as well go through here now. We get another cutscene. This event has been manifested by the, oh dear, shamans born out of their tribe. As soon as the nukes hit, a holographic screenshot is taken of this fiery limbo. This is our god, Spaceline. It's interesting when you nuke a city, I think that read. I don't disagree. Now, another one of the disorienting things is that half the power-ups are basically wheat, and that makes it hard to know what we've picked up. This is a new monster, though. It's a replacement for either the Pinky or the Spectre. It's hard to tell because obviously both of them are visible. Like the other one was that 4-legged monstrosity thing. We're familiar now with Rocksteady and Grounder, the shotgunner replacements. I'll need to pick up. Yeah, I just don't know what the ammo is. We've got these little smoking gnomes, they're kind of cute. So yeah, this is on Energy Master. It is very hard on UV or Well Drug Trip. Oh, there's another thing to show you as well. But wait a minute, let me just make sure all the tormented souls are all dead. Oh, I killed her, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, that's our Orgon, that's an armor bonus, it's some kind of energy orb. Now, if you see this little critter running about here, Why is it all shaded in black? Well, I actually did that. I've had to edit this as well. These are the pirate succubuses, and I had to edit them because if I didn't, they'd be nude, and that's not something that YouTube is cool with. So I had to censor one of the monsters. Oh, it's just ridiculous. Yeah, here we have the kind of, I don't know, the spade holder, the weird gatekeeper-y-like person, and maybe his partner, I guess. Yeah, here's our SSG again. We saw that on the demo maps I showed you, the kind of the Doom 2 sprite replacement ones that I showed you at the beginning. More health. I guess that's the medkit. Some cool planetary textures everywhere. Of course, because when you're playing this WOD, you feel like you're up in space. Very psychedelic sofa. And a giant bed with more grass on the pillow. And this is our next cutscene. We can get inside the drawer. Here we go. There's some scales she's holding.
Oh, you cannot leave the earth. I don't believe you.
Some text-to-speech there went wrong. Okay, and now we have a couple dozen more dancers and a couple more dozen identical sound files to boot. I'll get out of there. Oh dear, and now they just inundated this room, and there's some... Shit. We've got some... These are the Lost Soul replacements. I don't think we've seen them yet. Okay, yeah, another one left. So these silly dancers are just going to make the combat even harder. I've got to keep my distance here, because I forget which ones are hit scanners. Understandably so, and I forget which ones are the projectile enemies. Alright, but yeah, I know that these trees are ammo, as I can see in the HUD. Okay, I think that's most of them done. We have a few more over here. Why is one of the sound effects of an elephant's... Don't question anything. That's your first mistake. Don't question anything. Alright, there's the inhabitants of Starhaven. Aren't they beautiful? I actually do quite like the art style overall. It's very... kind of reminds me of a weird Adult Swim cartoon, you know, or one of the early late-night Nickelodeon affairs. Just run through these rings. This room is totally repopulated again. Alright, I think that's all of them down here. And I oh shit, we just got blasted up there. Why is Rocksteady an elephant? Okay, we've been through there already. Right. Okay, it's up here, the red portal door. Piss off. Now, I wouldn't pay the monster count any mind, because it just constantly increases. Absolutely no idea why. So this is the red portal door, and these are we saw them in the intro sequence, these really cool, like, headphone-wearing ghosts. I really like them. I don't know if you can reference the movie that sample comes from, then you're a better man than me. We got more epilepsy for you. I can't shoot them. What am I doing? I've got a weird footprint thing. Flaming meteors. I don't know. Crusher. Our health's doing pretty well this time. Alright, that calls for a save then. I don't do too well at this fight normally down here. I'm just going to blast my Roman candle at everything. I have to remind you what this mission is. It's basically to use our light weapons to rid this world of all the tormented souls who've, I don't know, worked too hard or had too difficult a life. We're here to like set them free. And of course, to get extremely high. Okay, saving now. This is a tough area. We've got new monsters here as well. We need to get that Megasphere right now. That is yeah, that's 420 orb is the Megasphere. Just believe me. I'm gonna switch over to the Sun SSG. Where are they? Yeah, this female Chucky doll is the chain gunner replacement. Got some more censored succubuses as well. I never thought I'd have to do that, but I did. Oh. Okay, yeah, they're not all done yet. The sensory overload on this difficulty setting isn't quite as bad as on the higher ones. Still pretty bad though. Got 3 of these airplanes. Yep. They're all here. These airplanes replace the... oh, that's a rocket launcher, by the way. May as well get that fired. They replace the cackles, I think. Oh. Just taking it all in. Now all these monsters are letting off star trails as well. Even trippier than usual. I think that's them all done. That is the Mancubus replacement, I think. Don't quote me on that, I could be wrong though. Do you hear that? The rocket launcher... Oh, I hope I can find more... Ow! The rocket launcher makes some Scatman John sounds as well. And here's some bad news, we're completely out of ammo. That's not nice. Now we've got 1 rocket. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, we've got no ammo left. It shouldn't happen, but it did. Now we've got 10 bullet replacements, but that is not going to cut it. I'm going to have to move on then. I'm going to ignore everything, how sad. Now there we go. If you were born after the year 2000, that's going to make no sense to you, but for us millennials, that's music to our ears. I gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm out of ammo now. One thing I'd like to point out is, yeah, some of the drug references are a bit too on the nose for me. I think it could be a little more subtle. That's a little critique I've got. We're just getting... Oh my, we just got hit very hard there. This is the furthest I've got in the WOD, by the way. I'm just getting wrecked now. These are some love projectiles. More censored succubuses. I'm dead. There we go. I had no ammo left and I got wrecked. Those are the, I think, those women in straitjackets are like the Hell Knight replacements or something. Alright, I've had enough. That is enough for my senses for one day. I am completely zoned out now. Which was probably the intent of this WOD. So there you go, that's Starhaven Getting High in the Afterlife, everyone. Yeah, let's be honest, it's not something that I'm probably going to revisit, but it is just something really cool, really like left field, something to check out if you're wanting something novel. And yeah, guys, I'll leave the WOD link in the description for this. It's quite big, a giant PK3, lots of content. Something to pique your interest if that's the kind of WOD that you're looking for, I guess. Okay, everyone, I've rambled on enough. Yeah, guys, see you later.